We lost the propeller out in the middle of the sea. Yeah, it's possible. It happened to us. Wanna hear how it went? Alright, let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome aboard. For those of you who don't know me yet, just a couple of words. My name is Jacek Mirczek, I'm a yacht captain, a skipper. I've been sailing for years, different waters, different boats. And in this series I share stories with you, partly just to relate them, partly to give you something to think about. Because honestly, it's always better to learn from someone else's situation than to go through it yourself. So, today's story, how we lost a propeller in the Baltic Sea. But to give you the full picture, let me start with a bit of context. Autumn in the Baltic. This happened in October, early October, I think. So if you know these waters, you know the weather can be unpredictable. No heat, no summer vibes, but still a lot of good sailing, as long as you stay sensible and keep safety in mind. That week was already another leg in a longer stretch of sailing I was doing. I'd been running weekly trips out of Kołobrzeg towards Germany, Sweden, Bornholm, small loops 1 week at a time. Crew change and off again. And yeah, that part actually matters later. So, new crew comes in, the boat, same routine. Dock, farewell dinner, cleaning, gas, next crew arrives. We were supposed to be 6 people, but life happens. 3 dropped out. So in the so in the end, just 3 crew. A couple, I know the guy. We had sailed together before a long time ago. Now we met again, different roles. I was the skipper, he came with his wife, also a sailor experience. And the third person, a friend of mine. We met on a trip in Greece. She had mostly sailed warm waters and wanted to see what the Baltic is really like. So that was our queue, and we boarded a nice, comfortable yacht. Not brand new, not the youngest. A Bavaria 44, 2005. I like those boats. They are solid, seaworthy, not very wide, not too tall, good bow. They sail really well. Fast but still comfortable, kind of floating hotel as Bavarians tend to be. Weather? Mixed. Uncertain. Forecast weren't great, but the start looked decent enough to leave on Sunday and sail to next on Bornholm. Plan was simple. Next for the night, next Kristiansand. Those beautiful little islands, and then probably Alinga. Because we know the weather would turn, and if you are stuck somewhere, Alinga is a good place to be stuck. A really good place. A nice town, good food, coastal trails. You won't get bored there. So that was the plan. We made it to Nexo, all good. Dinner, rest. Next day off to Kristiansand. Nice sailing, sun, steady wind, tea from a thermos, stories in the cockpit. Just a really good day. And now important thing, you can only enter Kristiansand under engine. It's basically a narrow gap between two islands. So, like always, before dropping size, I start the engine. Check cooling, all good. Then gears, forward, reverse. I put it gently into forward. And nothing. I mean, engine running, but not thrust. At first I thought maybe waves, maybe wind, so I give it a bit more throttle. Engine revs up, but the boat doesn't move. Okay. So, first thought maybe linkage issue. Maybe gear isn't engaging. I go below, open the engine compartment, have someone moves the throttle. Everything works. Gearbox engages, you can hear it, but still no movement. And then the thought hits you, a weird one. What if we don't have a propeller? Sounds ridiculous, right? We just left port on engine, but sailing has a way of surprising you. And yeah, this time it surprised us with a missing probe. Water's cold, no way we are diving it, but we needed to be sure. So we took the most waterproof foam we had, taped it with duct tape to a boat hook, hit record and lowered it under the stern. Couldn't see anything live, just moving it around. Pulled it up, played the video, and there it was, clear as the day. Sail drive flag and no propeller. Here, you can see. Gone. So, what now? Getting into small harbors under sail, not really an option. Not with a 44-footer, too tight, too risky. So we decide we turn back to Nexo, because Nexo is the safe harbor. But a problem with wind direction. Straight on the nose. Tacking in that narrow approach, risky. So I contacted the charter company, told them the situation. They suggested the same, go back to Nexo, and they had contacts there. So I asked, any chance someone could tow us in? And yeah, turns out local rescue guys were nearby. They came out in a rip, picked us up and towed us safely into port. Honestly, huge respect. That's what the sailing community is about, helping each other. So we tied up, and then logistic. New probe had to be sourced, not easy. None available locally. Eventually found one in Denmark, north of Denmark. Track to Copenhagen, then future transport, then ferry, then car to Nexo. Took time. We arrived Monday. Probe showed up Thursday. So we waited. Bad weather anyway. Storm, rain, cold. Honestly, even with a probe, we wouldn't save. So we waited. Cooked, talked, rested, played cards. Thursday, probe arrives. Divers come. Install it underwater. Big thanks to them. And to the marina, they didn't even charge us. Thank you very much. Next morning we sail back. So beautiful conditions, following wind, 2.5 meters swell, fast ride, actually record time. So yeah, that was the trip. And the lesson, I won't tell you what to think, but I tell you this. A week earlier, I noticed slight vibrations, very subtle, easy to ignore, and I did. That was my mistake. Because at sea, small things don't stay small. Remember, please. If something feels off, check it. Don't wait. Same as reefing. If you are thinking about it, you are already late. You know about it, yeah? So, alright. That is it for today. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment, please. Subscribe if you yes, subscribe, please, if you like it. And fire winds and safe sailing. See you next time.